Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back. I think I did say at the end of the last episode, see you after the weekend. My apologies. I'd obviously got myself completely out of sync of where I was in the cycle. So apologies from that. I'll do the same again at the end of this episode. Last time out, we didn't seem to want to be convincing and win the title. I think they just wanted to make it stretch out to the end of the season, really. And we're still not fully sure that we're going to win the title. We have 2 games today and 2 chances to take the title of the Vanarama National League North and get promoted. Hello and welcome to episode 12 of To Be a Legend. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have 2 games for you, the final 2 games of the season. First up, Brackley, and then that's followed by an away game at Chester. 2 chances to win the title, and as you'll see from the right hand side, I don't know why I keep going, but never mind. As you'll see on the right hand side of the screen here, we are still top 5 points clear of Spennymoor in second. 6 points clear of Boston United in third. Boston United, with 6 points available. Boston United are virtually out of it. They've got to win both their games. We've got to lose both ours, and they've got to score something like 23 goals, 24 goals really, in order to overcome us. Assuming we lose that, of course, that 34 probably wouldn't stand. So if we lost both games by 1 goal, for instance, they'd only need 21 goals. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. So it seems highly unlikely that Boston United can still win it. Our main contenders are Spennymoor, who are 5 points behind us. But if we were to win 1 game, and preferably the next game, then we would be champions and promoted to the Vanarama National League for next season. And what an achievement that would be. Since you were last with us, we've played 1 game. That 1 game we didn't want to win either. Had we won that game, we would have already been promoted. But I think they wanted you to see us get promoted. That's the main thing. As you will see, a 1-1 draw with Scarborough Athletic. A Zach Durnley penalty after 51 minutes, and they equalised, I think it was 68, something like that. It was 68 minutes. Kieran Burton after 68, putting them back level, Scarborough Athletic. And it's another one of those really annoying games because 19 shots, 4 on target. They had 8 shots, 6 on target, a 2.14. So we should really have had a second goal and 57% of possession. Once again, we haven't been putting our chances away. And that has been our thing. I'm not quite sure. I think we need a striker up front. Somebody that's really going to just be consistently putting away those chances. Because it looks like Girolamo, as good as he is and as good as he's been this season, and they have been good, the strikers. If we can just go in here, please. Thank you. Girolamo, he has scored 19 goals this season. Harry Bunn has scored 20. Zach Durnley has 17. Sam Osborne 21. I mean, between them, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them have scored sort of like a phenomenal amount of goals. But I mean, really, Harry Bunn 18 assists as well. I mean, he's been, without his contribution of 38 goals, we would have been somewhere else. To be fair, he has come into his own. But like I said, I think we just need somebody that's going to be up front and consistently pump away the goals. That's what we're looking for, and that will come up in the next episode when we start looking at transfers and who of these players is going to stay here, because there's a few. We've signed a few, but there's a few that potentially could be moving on, so a bit of a rebuild in the summer. In other news, I can tell you that I have signed a new contract. They came in with the same offer as they came in when I turned it down before. I pushed it up. They turned it down. I pushed it up a little bit more. They turned it down. And eventually we settled for £50 a week, more than what they were paying me, because there's no way I was going to accept exactly the same money that I was on. What is the point of that? I would have quite happily moved on. It's only a 1-year contract. It's only until the end of next season. So I guess a lot depends on whether we stay in the upper league. We have also asked for an under 21 side, which they have turned down. We will give that another go on the assumption that we do get promoted in today's game. I don't think there's a lot else to tell you. Other than we need to win one of these two games, Brackley Town or Chester. Brackley Town seems the obvious one. They are 22nd. I didn't show you the league. I will show you the league. They are 22nd in the league and have been relegated already. So they are already down. In fact, all the sides that are at the bottom have already been relegated. So there's no business going on at the bottom end of the table. Chorley, Telford, Bradford Park Avenue pulled themselves out of that. They've had a glorious run. They were down in that bottom bit for a long time. Let's have a quick look. If we look at past positions, Bradford Park Avenue, as you'll see along the bottom there, for a long time managed to get themselves out, but not away from relegation. They seem to have hit a fine vein of form just in time and got themselves out of the quag and have survived. So Farsley, unfortunately, who the team that we had last season to be a legend, or was it from the bottom to the top, they're going down. Brackley Town, who we played today, Curzon Ashton and Kettering Town, all disappearing out of the Vanarama National League North. Right, let's get on with it then. Guaranteed a playoff place. We will finish no lower than second by my reckoning. So we will miss the first rounds of the playoffs if we are unlucky enough to get there. But I don't really want to do that. I want to win against Brackley. Let's get out there and do it. And here is the team that hopefully is going to win us the title. It's Madison in goal, Clark, Lee, Andoa and Burke across that back. They've been quite good late. Shouldn't have said that. Kamwa and Kirby in midfield. Bunn, Tasdemir and Clark across our attacking midfield. They're behind Girolamo up front. On the bench, Brisley, Ayana, Goodridge, Durnley and Fielding. It's pretty much the side that won the last game against Burton United. No, not Burton. Boston United that you saw in the last episode. That's what I was trying to say. You get the words out, Mark. So hopefully, if they beat Boston, okay, they can go ahead and beat Brackley. And this is how the two sides match up. They are playing a 4-4-2 formation. Kevin Foley, their manager. Last two games that we played, we didn't check in. We usually check in, don't we? We didn't check in to see what past results were like. We have beaten them. We have played them twice this season. We have beaten them 2-0 and 5-1. 5-1 in the Vanarama National League. And 2-0 in the FA Trophy, or was the FA qualifying, FA Cup qualifying rounds? I can't remember now, but one of the FA trophies. So that is how we face off against one another. We could be just 90 minutes away from the title. And you join us for our first highlights, 16 minutes in. Deep in their half, we've just gone attacking. Bunn! Oh, way off target from Bunn. That was on, I think it caught a deflection, actually. It's gone out for a corner. Bunn goes across to take the corner. And it's in, but it's headed over the top. Free kick. Clark with the free kick into the area. Bunn heads it out wide to Andoa. Andoa looking for Burke. Burke. Back to Kirby. Kirby finds Tasdemir. Tasdemir turns and puts it in the back of the net. his 9th goal of the season, and what could be an absolute money-spinning goal. Could be the goal that takes us up. Burke, Kirby, and Tazdemir just created the space for himself, turned and fired it in. And with that, 24 minutes on the clock, I think we go. And we got another highlight quick. Clark with a free kick. Oh, goalkeeper saved that one. It's gone out for a corner. Boston are 3-1 up against Curzon Ashton. So no help there at all. That's gone out for another corner. And the highlight continues. We have a run here. Second goal would be lovely. It's come bang out to Bunn. Bunn controls it into the area, crosses it deep, looking for Kamwa. Kamwa, Bunn. And Bunn couldn't do anything. Try to bring it under control. And the highlight still continues though. Clark looking for Bunn, who stayed up. Bunn cross it into the area. Couldn't get it anywhere. Headed back. Tazdemir. And it's a tap in for Girolamo. 20th goal of the season. And we are 2 up. And with 28 minutes on the clock, we've almost had constant highlights to this point after the first goal. We go 2 up. And I would like to say we're 1 foot on the title. Tazdemir scoring 1 and 1 assist. And you come back. Clark has been clattered by Woods, who's already on a yellow. He's got a second yellow. And not only are they 2 goals down with Martin Woods off, they also down to 10 men. And half time is here. As that happens, Brackley Town, no shots, nothing on target. We have contained them, boys and girls. 44% of possession. We've had 10 shots, 7 on target, 1.65. We are rampant. 56% of the possession. We are halfway to having it job done. And before I go off and do the other things for halftime, I just noticed one other thing. Banbury United are beating Spennymoor by a 1-0 as well. So despite what we're doing, Spennymoor are losing, which obviously finishes it off. Boston United going really well in their game against Curzon Ashton, but too little too late for them by the looks of it. But that's the scoreline that is important, is the Banbury Spennymoor. But I think it's true to say, let's do what we've got to do and not really worry about anybody else. Anything else is a bonus. And we have a corner. First highlight of the second half. Bunn swings it in. Lee is there. Kamwa looking for his first goal with us. Kirby's picked up a yellow card, I notice. Kirby crosses it in. And that ball up front. It's going to be nice to win the title at home as well. And Doa to Clark. Clark, who's he's sort of made that his own on that left-hand side just recently. A bit of a lazy one, that one. Clark fires one forward. Tazdemir's there, and it's cleared, looking for touch. But it's kept in. Clark gets it back. And 57 minutes on the clock. Lee just calms things down. Kirby over the top to Tazdemir. He's put it wide. And straight back for a goal kick. All we can do is throw this away now. Clark comes forward looking for Girolamo. Didn't find him. But Clark, the other Clark, is on the other side and sorts it out. Back to Clark. Clark, Girolamo. He's second of the game. He's 21st of the season. It's offside, though. It's offside. It won't count. Yeah, you can see. There you go. As he plays that in, Girolamo sneaked in front of the defender. That's a shame. And with 75 minutes on the clock, it's time to do some changes. And I've just realised it's only just happened. It hadn't come up before. James Clark is injured. potential groin injury, which is he's only just come back from injury as well, which is a bit of a shame. Zach Durnley can come on for him then. Harry Bunn isn't playing particularly well out on that left side again. He seems to have lost his form just recently. Let's put him as an inside forward. I think whether is an inverted winger. He's a little bit less influential out there. I don't really want to take anybody else off at the moment. Needless to say, if we stay as we are, I think we will be doing a bit of rotation and giving some other players a bit of game time next game out. Do we make any more changes? Andoa is tired. I might bring Brisley on just to see this out. We'll bring him on in defence. We'll keep the other one in abeyance for now. And you come back. Nothing else has happened. 85 minutes on the clock. We're going to balanced. And we're going to give a bit of praise. And I think we will look at our final change. Luke Burke is tired on that left side. Do we take anybody else off? Harry Bunn's still not having a good time out there, but we haven't got anybody else to replace him. I'm just wondering whether Girolamo can play on the left-hand side. So I'm going to give Fielding a run out. Girolamo, who is on a hat-trick, he won't... Oh, he would have been on a hat-trick had he scored that second goal. Bunn's going to come off then. We're going to bring Tom Fielding on in that striker role. And Luke Burke can see the game out on that right-hand side. No more highlights, boys and girls, but we have a trophy lift. We are going to lift the Vanarama League North, National League North. And as I said, it's great to do it at home. And there we go. Fireworks. And we have secured it. We haven't got to wait until the second game to secure it, but we have secured it. Wanted to do it on camera, the boys. And all in all, a fantastic game. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm not quite sure what I was doing. I was looking at something and my mind was in other places. So we finished up. They had one shot, and that one shot on target. We had 19 shots, 11 on target, 2.45, 55% possession. Tazdemir having a fantastic game in that attacking playmaker role. So all in all, it was a good win. And before we do anything else, let's have a look at the table and see how we won that title. Well, that result didn't really matter in the end because Spennymoor lost by 2-0 to Banbury. But Boston United beating Curzon Ashton, and Curzon Ashton getting 2 goals in that one. 4-2 the final result. And we finish up with one game left to play. We are 6 points clear of Boston in second. Spennymoor in third, so 8 points clear of them, and Gloucester City are in fourth. We are some 9 points in front of them, so well and truly won this one. And what can we say? We've seen the trophy lift and all the rest of it. One game left to play, that game against Chester. We're going to finish off and we'll have a little bit of a rotation, I think, of players as well. We'll see. What we will do in a minute is see if we've got the budgets and stuff for next season. Chester, we have played them once this season at home in the National League North. We lost that game. Good job we weren't relying on this one for the points. So let's see if we can just enjoy ourselves and round off the season with a win against Chester. I don't think Chester currently are in 8th place. I'm not sure whether they could still get into... Let's have a quick look. Can they still get into the? They can. So they'll be looking for points because they can still get in the playoffs. It's between them and Darlington. So it's going to be a bit of a tough match, really. So let's have a look and see if we've got any budgets. We have got initial budgets here. Let's have a look and see what they're going to give us. Initial wage budget for coming season is 18,000. That's up a little bit. I think we were on about 14 or 15. So that's a bit of a hike. Committed spending 7, currently spending 11. Yeah, so that's a bit of a jump, which is good. And transfer budget of 0. That's not so good. We really got to see if we can do that, and we're not going to see James Clark again this season anyway. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks due to that injury he picked up in that last game. He's been having a bit of a rum time of it of late. He's just come back, as I say, from injury, now out again. Right, let's not mess around. Let's get on with the episode and that final game of the season and see what we decide as a team that's going to face Chester. And so with the title under our belt, this game against Chester in the Vanarama National League North, the final game of the season. It is true to say that Chester do need to win this game in order for them to secure their final playoff place. But they need to rely on Darlington losing as well. Past meetings, I've for the life of me not realised that it was also here. As I say, we lost to them 2-0 the last time that we played against them. So hopefully for a better result today. The team then is, and we've not changed it around as much as I thought we were going to. Madison in goal, Thompson, Lee, Brisley and Burke. Clark not getting on the bench even this time out. He has played a few decent games of late. This could be Burke's last game as he's on loan. Camwa, Kirby and Goodridge are midfielders. You see, we've not gone with wide players this time. Tazdemir continues in the attacking playmaker role. And in front of him, Girolamo and Durnley as the target forward. On the bench, Granite, Ayana, Bunn, Brown, Sterling and Fielding. So they may get a run out if we are in an advantageous position a little bit down the way. And here's how the two teams face off against one another. We are playing in this 4-3-1-2 formation. They are playing a 4-3-3 formation with the defensive midfielder. Again, nobody there of previous history that we know of. Right, let's get into the game at the Diva Stadium in Chester then. And the first highlight, 14 minutes in. And it is for Chester. Managed to thwart that attack. And the ball won back by Camwa. Girolamo, he's out wide because we've got no wide players today. Tazdemir goes out wide. Burke on the overlap. Burke, it's a poor ball in, to be fair. And Brisley comes out. Kirby back to Brisley. Burke into the area. Tazdemir controls it, brings it down. Just didn't quite again a rising ball, but it was a good, well thought out play. And we get another highlight. Camwa, Kirby to Camwa. Camwa to Goodridge. Goodridge to Burke. Burke crosses it in. Tazdemir! And his 10th goal of the season. It is 1-0 after 20 minutes. And I'll say no more than we deserved. Probably no more than we deserved. We've looked quite interesting in the highlights so far. Burke with the assist. And Tazdemir just tapping it in. And that was the last highlight of the half. Chester have had 4 shots, none on target. 0.16, 47% possession. We've had 2 shots. Only that one on target, which Tazdemir put away, 0.50. It's not been absolutely comprehensive, but and XG wise, we're okay. But I think we could have probably played a little bit better maybe we'll change formation after half time. And we've just passed the hour mark as you come back. Not a lot going on. I think it's time for us to make a change. Luke Burke looks as if he's tired out there. So we're going to take Luke Burke off. We're going to bring Ayana on for Luke Burke on that right side. The boys up front, especially Girolamo's not been having a fantastic game. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to... Do we take both of them off? Do we take one of them off? Girolamo is going to come off. We're going to bring on Brown Sterling and put him alongside Durnley and just see if that has any effect. Let's change this around. We'll put him as a target forward and Durnley as an attacking forward or advanced forward and see if that makes any difference. Come back for a highlight. They have a corner. Lynch swings it in and they've got an equaliser. Greenidge gets the goal and I think it might be time for a change of formation. We've been pretty good up until now. But from that corner, they had us beat. So let's have a look. With that in mind, let's change back to a familiar formation. Tactics wise, we need to have a look and see how that would sit. Of course, Durnley and Kirby Goodridge, we've got too many midfielders, which means one of these midfielders has got to come off. And that's all gone all over the place again. Why does it keep doing that? Right, Brown Sterling will be up front. Durnley can play on either side. Kirby's not best out there. Goodridge can't play. So, out of Goodridge is on a 7. Camois is on a 6-7. Connor Kirby is on a 6-7. And I think Connor Kirby's coming off. And we'll bring on Harry Bunn. Connor Kirby for Harry Bunn. That's what we'll do. Durnley. Bunn as a winger. And Stevenson coming forward. Kirby has tackled him. Obviously the change has not yet happened. Ball deep, Ayana, but there's nobody there. And they're coming in. And oh, and we've gone... We've given up that lead. Very poor. Too little, too late. And we may lose this. They did us in the first half of the season. And it looks like they're going to do us in the second half of the season. And having taken the lead and looked very good on it, we're now not looking too good. Right. First two things we're going to do. We're going to berate the team. And then we're going to go to an attacking formation. Tazdemir has a free kick. Finds Ayana. Can we get back on level terms? Ayana crosses it deep. Brown Sterling. His first goal for us. And it is a lovely cushioned header. Bringing us back level after 79 minutes. Can we go out and sneak a win here? Ayana, lovely ball in. Right on the head of Brown Sterling, who directed that in. And maybe, just maybe, he's the man that we're looking for. Had a bit of a iffy start. Brisley heads it out to Thompson. Thompson back to Madison. Madison launches it. Finds Brown Sterling. Bunn. Bunn comes forward. Bunn into the area. And he's fouled. It is a penalty. And we could, boys and girls, on 80 minutes or 82 minutes, take the lead here. Who's going to step up for this? It's Durnley. Burnley's put it away. His 18th goal of the season. And we go back. So this is a right topsy-turvy game. We were 1-0 in the lead. They come back to 2-1. And we've changed formation and tweaked it up. And by virtue of a penalty, admittedly, we have taken the lead again. 87 minutes, 89 minutes, 4 minutes of injury time to be played. It's all over, boys and girls. We've won our final game of the season. And, Brown Sterling getting it back level. And then Zach Durnley, a penalty after 82 minutes. 10 shots, 5 on target against their 10 shots, 2 on target. We were better than them on the day. And despite playing a slightly wonky formation for a little while of the game, they weren't really in it. I think we're just unlucky. And we've managed to turn it back on its head. And a good day at the office. Luke Burke having a great game as well. I think he's after making us extend his stay or even making it permanent. Who knows? Right, let's have a look at the final table then. And one final look at the table, which makes good reading. Buxton top, 46 played, 37 goal difference, 87 points. We ended up 8 points clear. Spennymoor in second. And Boston United in third, and Chester losing out to the playoff position to Darlington. Darlington, actually, had they beaten us today, I don't think Darlington lost 5-2 to Peterborough Sports. So Darlington would have missed out completely, and Chester, had they beaten us, would have got through that playoff place, which is probably really annoying for them. Boston United, well, they had an absolutely horrendous end to the season, really. They bottled it 0-0 against Telford in their final game of the season. Spennymoor beating already relegated Farsley Celtic by 4 goals to 2. So they finished second. But Spennymoor and Boston will go through to the next, to the semi-finals of the playoff finals. Hereford will play Darlington. Gloucester City will play Kidderminster Harriers. That's how it will all pan out. We'll see how and who comes up with us from those playoffs in the next episode. So we'll look forward to that. The other thing to mention is there is a takeover going on for Buxton as well. So hopefully when that's all concluded, a couple of things can happen. We can get an under-21 side and possibly even go professional. That would be very, very good. So a very good end to the season. We come all the way down here. I know we lost to Kidderminster Harriers, but when you look at this, we were in the main. We had a very good run in. We'll look at all the statistics and all the bits and happenings behind it all in the next episode, because the next episode, of course, is the end of season review and transfer special. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's episode. It was a good episode. And don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the notification button to keep up to date with all future episodes of To Be a Legend this year. And, of course, any new series that we release. The Chelsea series still going ahead. Second season is underway. And if you're interested in Chelsea, go and have a look at that. We are finishing at the end of this season, and we'll bring out a new series after that one. If you want to keep updates on what's happening on this channel, you need to follow me on Twitter at JustOffside2. And new episodes of To Be a Legend are released every Monday and Thursday at 4:15 p.m. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It will be episode 13. It is out on Monday, so I can wish you a happy weekend and a good weekend. And it will be our end of season review and transfer special. Until then, it is a very goodbye. Until next time, goodbye.